This is what I saw them too. I was like, oh my god. Woo!
Yes, there they go.
Every time I got eyebrows, I'm surprised. Like that.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cut out
Oh.
his eyebrows.
Oh, here we go already. Fuck you.
And
That's
and
fine.
and Cole is here too.
I am also of the eyebrow challenged.
That is sad. But you would
Oh,
take
this
yours
was-
off on purpose.
I did not take mine off on purpose. They just don't grow. What the fuck? Look here, drag princess. Don't put me into your mess.
That's what I was about to say, Cole. When you doing things back in the day that
Right.
you haven't made era.
No.
You remember that guy from Stargate SG-1? That's what Cole was going for. That actor from Stargate SG-1 that had no eyebrows. That's what Cole was going for.
Oh, and you were just going for retarded Buddha. Okay. Ooh, let me take that.
Mm-hmm.
Strike that message. Take that out.
Can we do that one? I like this one.
Yeah, that's better.
I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little more framework for us to move around.
Can we put you on the bottom?
Definitely.
All right.
Can you change the position of the cameras on? Like, can you put you on the bottom?
No.
We're fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yes. All right. So let's begin. Welcome everybody to What's
Okay, are
the
we ready?
Point? Yes. All right, right. Like
Never say.
3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to another
What's
great
the-
episode.
Wait, start over. I thought you were saying 3, 2, 1 to say this. Okay, go.
Okay.
Let's start over.
Okay, because this intro gonna need work.
I'm gonna let you say welcome everybody to another episode. I'm gonna try to say what's the point with you. Okay.
Okay. Yes. All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome once again, everybody, to What's the Point? There's a lag with the recording, so y'all have to forgive us.
Fast forward.
I counted you in. I counted you in.
We'll get that right at some point. Okay.
We will. Absolutely will. Today we have a great topic. Hemi decided he wanted to discuss friendship today. So Hemi, why don't you go ahead, take the wheels, give us a little more into what made you want to discuss this topic, and I'm gonna let you go from there.
What's up, everybody? I am your boy Hemi, and today we're gonna just discuss friendships. We're gonna just talk about what a friend means to you, what that incorporates into your life, and we're just gonna move at our own pace. And I have a couple questions that I'm gonna ask. We'll both respond, and we'll see what's the point. So, are you ready for my first question, Kyrie?
This is gonna be funny. What's the point of friendship? That's kind of. I mean,
There
that's
is
a
point
very
to-
broad topic. No, I agree. There's a point to it, but
That's why I have
that's funny to.
question that I'm gonna ask.
Yeah. All right. Go. I want to see where this goes. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first question I'm posing to both you and I is, what do you consider a friend? Or what do you need in a friend, kind of?
I feel like it's a broad question. You know what I mean? Like, I really do feel like it's a really broad question.
It's a broad question. what you need, not what everybody else out in the world needs, but what do you need from a friend?
No, when I say it's a broad question, I mean like that's a very vast. Some people can narrow that down. Some people can't. Some people want a lot from their friends. I mean, me personally, I don't require a whole lot. I know that I need friends that I can completely be myself around, and that means if I'm being emotional, if I have to vent, if because I'm one thing about me is that I grew up in a loud house. I'm a loud person, so my friends have to have that understanding that I'm a loud guy. That's just that. That's going to be that. Like being my friend, I would say is not always easy because like I'm one for even though I'm one for communication, I don't always reach out all the time. You know what I mean? Like so, I kind of have to have friends that understand like I'm not going to talk to you every single day, but I will always treat when I talk to you like I just talked to you yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't necessarily have like requirements on my friends though. Just don't be an asshole. Like I mean, people are the way they are, but it's like be kind, be respectful, be thoughtful. That to me is really all I really want out of people in terms of like friendship. Because I mean, quite as it kept or may not look like, making friends for me is not that easy. You know what I mean? I'm a very social person, but it's more like a what you would call an extroverted introvert. So when I'm out, you know what I'm saying, I have a lot of high energy and love to be around people and things like that. And when I'm at home, I'm very quiet. So like had, having friends that understand both those parts of me is important. You know what I'm saying?
I get
So
it.
um, I don't know. Like I said, that's very hard to just nail down because if you sit here and have so many requirements on people, it's hard to actually have real friends. Like you know what I'm saying? You have to have you have to have room for people to fuck up. I feel like you know what I mean. Like people can't be perfect. Like you have to have people in your life that you're gonna grow from, and in turn they grow from you. Like I don't know really what my friends learn from me. I hope they learn something positive from me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to pinpoint it other than maybe you know I don't know. You always have somebody that has your back. That's the only kind of friend that I really try to be. Is that type of friend is to like. I guess I try to be the kind of friend that I want. Somebody that always cares, that will listen, but is not going to spoon feed you bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers say that I'm mean, but I'm not really. But I'm not mean. I just don't sugarcoat a lot of the shit that I say, and I expect my friends to do the same shit. You know what I mean? I don't think having a yes man as a friend is something that is a good thing in any group. You know what I mean? Some people like that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't want somebody telling me what the fuck I want to hear. And thankfully, I don't have motherfuckers in my life like that. But I feel like that puts when you say what do you look for in a friend, I feel like that puts stipulations on your friendship.
Well, let me say this because I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. I feel like what I require. What I require in a friend is different for every friend. Every friend I feel like brings something different to the table. And so say for instance, if I am in a moment where I need, so say I'm broke, I just broke up with someone, I'm heartbroken. I know which friend to go to coddle me and tell me it's going to be all right. And I know there are certain friends that I don't go for coddling because that's not their strength. You know what I mean?
I think
So
that's the thing that I'm learning.
I feel like a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that one friend is supposed to provide you everything. And one person cannot provide you everything. For me it's not possible because everybody has a strength. E- One person will be good at the coddling you and making you feel better and going woo woo woo. There's a friend who is good for the turn up, let's go out and get fucked up, get drunk and party. Yes, I'm calling that friend. And that don't mean that the coddling friend can't come. But you know which friend is the life of the party, and that's gonna turn up and you really want to be in the crew when y'all all go out, because that's the friend that you can play off of and y'all really turn up. You can bring the other girls who, you know, show up and
I get
have a
that.
good time. And so I feel like you just lean on different friends at different times. And I think sometimes people make the mistake of thinking this one person should be able to give me everything that I need at every moment in time that I need it. And people fall out sometimes because they feel like you didn't give me every last thing I needed. And for me, that's just something I have realized in talking to some elders and just in my life experience. I've realized that I can't turn to every friend for everything I need. And then I do
I
want to
get that,
say,
but at the same time, you should have, and I don't mean to cut you off, but you should have like
what you did.
expect. That's
No,
why I say I'm sorry, but
I
but
know, go ahead.
this is why I feel like in a way you should have certain expectations for your friends. Know that you don't know everybody can't check every box, but like this is why certain people are not quote unquote friends. This is why certain people are acquaintances. Friends are
Well,
a different
some people are
level.
not going to check every box. And so you sit them on the, that's why you have acquaintances. People you see when you only go out and you say, hey, girl, hey, and y'all don't
Right,
really
but then I wouldn't
talk
call them my
outside of.
friends.
That's why they're an
Right.
acquaintance. That's why I'm asking, what do you require from a friend, not from your acquaintance?
A lot more than that. Like, but see what I'm saying? But see, my friends have to check several boxes. Like acquaintances, I get you. But if you're a friend, you're in my inner circle, and that's why it's a very small number because you have to be able to check multiple
I
boxes.
feel like your
And
friends should check general boxes like loyal to me, things like that. Like you're loyal to me, we have each other's backs. All my friends should check that box.
that's what
So
I'm
that, but
saying.
I'm saying there are certain things that some right, but I'm saying there are one-off things like if you are crying and you need someone to say, Kyrie, it's okay. You are worthy. Every friend may not be able to have that moment with you because
Then why have them as a friend if they
some
can't have
people
that
are just
moment?
built to,
But that's where the challenge comes in.
because
'Cause
they
that's what I'm
can
saying.
bring something else to the table for you.
Yeah, but see,
Every
but still, that's where I challenge you as a friend to
every
grow.
friend, because they can't coddle you, they're gonna
Okay,
be your
so
friend.
it's not even about the coddling. It's not even about the
Just
coddling
because
part.
they
Yeah,
want
I
to
understand
be
that.
your best friend who,
But still,
and
even
every
if you're
friend
not the
is not a
friend,
turn up friend. Every friend is
but you should
not
okay. But
hard to
what I'm
line
saying
up,
is
right?
this though. You
But that
should
don't
at
mean they're not your
least be able
friend.
to step in and out of that at some point. Like you may not be able to friend like okay, prime example, use this again. If I had go through a breakup, if I'm calling a particular friend that may not be that quote unquote the woo 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 friend, fine, but you should be able to at least do something in that realm. Let's grab a drink. I listen to you vent. I may not woo woo woo, but at least for the time being, I'll hear you talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta be
Right,
that person, but be in the realm. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta be the party friend. Like me, I'm
no.
the
So
loud friend.
right.
But that
So
doesn't mean that when we go in certain spaces, I can't be the quiet friend or I'm the loud friend all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to turn up, but I also know how to be
so
there
let me
when
give
my
you
friend is really going through some
an
shit.
But let me give you an example. So I have three best friends that I've grown up with since 1984. That's how old I am. I don't care, people. However, so
Yes, we know
I
you
was
are. Leave
going
it to
through a
Beaver,
breakup
honey.
with a person who I refer to as the devil, which we'll get into. We'll get into
I've
that
heard the
when
I've heard
we
the
do a
stories. Yes,
relationship chat. But I refer to him
yes.
as the devil. Like, we broke up. I went. So I have three best friends I've grown up with. Two are girls, one is a boy. So I went to the boy first. And I mean, I was crying on his porch. I do not cry in public. This is how heartbroken I was. And so when I was crying to him, his response was, "Fuck him. Let's go get drunk. You don't need that. Fuck him. Let's turn up. Blah blah blah." But what I needed was, "Friend, it's gonna be okay. You are worthy. You are better than that. It's his loss." But
Not
because
you are
he's not
worthy,
good
honey.
with, I'll just say, he's not good with like emotional stuff and being woo woo woo. And I knew that going to him, but he was just the first person available. So as I'm sitting on the porch crying and he just saying, "Fuck him, let's turn up, blah blah blah," I call my female best friend and say, "Oh my god, I broke up." And she says, "I'm on my way." And she comes to his house and we're all there together. And she is hugging me and saying it's gonna be okay. And that is one of the points that made me realize. But a couple hours after I had my coddling and stuff, and he still was like, "Fuck him, let's turn up." I was ready for that moment. And I knew he
Well,
was
see,
the one I was gonna do that with. She was gonna go home and leave us, but she gave me what I needed. And then when I got what I needed from her, he stepped in and did the turn up part. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't take away from the fact that he or she is my best friend. I got different things from them in that moment. She gave me the woo woo woos that I needed for that hour or two in the immediate aftermath of the breakup. But then he gave me the let's get drunk, go out and say fuck the world after I got what I needed from her. And so that's what I'm saying. And it's not like they can't step in and interchange, but sometimes you have to know your friend's strengths. And you have to say,
you know,
if
I
I
never
need
had that.
coddling,
I
maybe
never
I don't go to
had.
him first. I wait till I'm out
You
of
have
the
to.
moment. And it could be because I have friends that I'm still friends with people that I've known since I was a child. So I mean, and
But see,
it could vary in how your friendships move.
I've never had like the compartmentalized friendship situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, for me, well, first of all, even though I had friends, I didn't have gay friends. Like my friends before I moved to Michigan, my friends were pretty much straight. So I didn't have the compartmentalized friend situation. It was like either I liked you or I didn't like you, and I only dealt with the people that I liked, and I don't do. And I'm pretty much kind of that way now. Like I don't look at my friends in compartments. I look at my friends as friends. I just know that like okay, I have to deal with you a particular way because I know how you are. I have to deal with you a particular way because I know how you are. I gotta deal with you.
But
So it's like for me,
that's
I
compartmentalizing.
But that's exactly what
That's
Matt's saying.
compartmentalizing.
but I didn't learn how to do that until I moved here. I didn't
But
learn
Kyrie, that's
really about
compartmentalizing. When you say I have to deal with this person
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't learn that or what that meant
with
until
you,
I got here. Yeah,
right?
like
But that's what I'm saying. That's a part of friendship, knowing that this is how I deal with you, but this is how I'm going to deal with this one over here,
yeah,
and
but
I can't
before
always
that,
deal with them in the same way. You have put them in a compartment to say I can talk to Hemi like this, but I know I can't talk to this person like that because they are more sensitive, and so I have to move in a different way. So you do have to
yeah, I mean, I definitely that was something I
compartmentalize
definitely
every
had to
friend you
learn.
have based on their personality.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
and I
didn't
feel
get
like
how
sometimes
nuanced
I feel
and
like
niche that is.
especially when you're younger, you don't get that.
No, you
Right.
know what I
I feel
mean?
like when you're
Like
younger, sometimes
it was for
you want
me,
everybody to meet all of the requirements, and you have to realize at a point everybody
but
can't meet
I've
every
always been that way.
requirement. So you move in this way with that one, you move in this way with that.
But I didn't have groups of friends. I had
What way?
like growing up, I only had maybe one or two friends that were like my friends. So that person was everything. Like that person was that person that I would like vent to and hang out with if we did hang out. Because mind you, just because I had friends in school doesn't mean that we hung out after school. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't start having like friends I hung out with until I got like later in high school into my adult like. going through middle school and elementary school, I had like school friends, but I wasn't going to birthday parties or invited to stuff like that. So none of this realizing that people were different, I had to put people in different boxes to be friends with them was a thing. You know what I mean? Like when I became an adult and started making friends as an adult, that's when I really started to realize, okay, so I can't include everybody, or I can't do the same things with these people like I do with these people. I have to do, and it makes me feel weird sometimes because it makes me feel like some people are more friends than others if I can't let you into that inner part of me. Which I guess means the whole acquaintance thing. Um, but even with
But
compartmentalizing
you,
your friends, don't you
but
feel like when you
it's a tier
compartmentalizing your
thing that
friends,
goes with
right? Exactly. Don't you feel like when you compartmentalize your friends, you are putting them in different tiers of who is more important than the other based on what they
No.
can contribute to you?
absolutely,
I'm
absolutely. I do have friends that I consider more on a higher level than others
right.
because there's time spent, there's conversations had, and there's some friends who you could call like an acquaintance is a very surface level friend, which is why you really don't call them a friend, you call them acquaintance. But that they're on a different level than somebody that you talk to every day or you talk to twice a week is on a different level than someone you talk to well, I
So
won't
that's
say it
a
like that, but you have different trust levels with different friends. It's gonna happen.
and so that segues right into the whole best friend thing we talked about before. That segues right into that. Defining a best friend as opposed to a friend. Because you
Right,
just
because
gave a
that
really
was the
good
second
you
question.
really
What do you consider a best friend?
right. So that's why I said you gave a really good segue in what you just said into that. You know what I mean? So redefining the term thing.
Right.
That makes it a little bit more condensed. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what you will take and not take from a particular person, and that person considered your best friend. Now, if we go into the best friend realm, that means that that person, in my eyes, a lot more is required of you because you know a lot more about me. You
I
sat with me. Like I have right now in my core friends, there are three people that I know, four, four. I'm sorry. There are four people that I know right now, thick or thin, I can call on that will be there. I may have to hear a little bit of shun, but I know that those four are going to be there in some way in whatever capacity I need them.
sure,
You
sure,
understand what I'm
sure.
saying? Hmm? Oh, okay. So
I
when I
said
can't think of
Sean.
right, when I can't think of particular words, I have to remember there's a certain delay with what you hear. So an audience will be used to this
Right.
too. When I can't think of particular words in my conversation, I will throw out sound effects. Shaw, a little swooshing, a little, mantag bagging. I will make up a word to fill in that gap. You know what I mean? Just to give you a little shenanigan. You get what I'm saying? I throw out there. I make a word up in a second, honey. I'm a walking dictionary.
Uwas, uwas.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Good, little Oscars, Begas, and Nachos. There you go. But okay, I will tell you something. Quick
Right.
sidebar. Quick sidebar. That came from my mother. That little thing. My mom always does that to be funny. She takes words and she mixes them up and she makes them sound all types of weird ways. So when I do that, and that's Pam. That's my mom. I love her to death. So shout out to Pam. She taught me how to make words sound funny and silly. Anywho, back to this little perturber we working on right here. See, I can do that, make it work for anything. I can pull it out the box or anything. Best friends. And Hemi, I'm gonna talk this to you after I give you my answer because I don't want to ramble too long. Um, when you are coming into the realm of best friends, as I was going back to
Really?
what I was saying, what girl look? Don't give me them eyes. Just keep your thoughts ready. That's all you do. You keep them right here in the front of your mind, so that way you are ready.
I stay ready. Be
As a
ready.
trained what? As a trained what?
As a trained thespian, I am always on my game, bitch.
But circling back. Sorry, having bottom line to it for me. because I want to toss it to you and give you a chance to speak your mind. A best friend, a lot is required. Just like the old saying, "To much whom is given, much is required." Like I'm putting a lot of me into your hands. There's a lot of trust going into understanding who I am, what makes me me. Understanding, one of the big keys of being my best friend or being a best friend to me is understanding the difference of when I'm being loud for fun and when I'm just being myself. Because a lot of times, me being loud is a social thing, or unless I'm just like really in a heavy emotional place. But more often than not, if you can't get the difference, then you don't know me. You feel me?
But how important is trust?
So,
How important is trust to you in your friendships?
I mean,
Trust
hundred
is
percent.
everything for me. That's a,
To be a best
Right,
friend.
if I can't trust you, we can't be friends.
right. Like,
We could be an
like,
acquaintance and I not trust you, but you can't be my friend. And you definitely can't be my best friend if I don't trust you. No.
right. I mean, trust is a key factor in
But
any strong foundation of a
I want to hit
friendship.
you with a I would like to hit you with a little golden nugget that I learned many moons ago from a TV show. But it has
Which,
stuck with me till this day in regards to
hmm
best friends. So I don't know if you all remember, but we're all in a similar age range. But there was a show called Felicity many moons ago
I know
with
the
Carrie
show, but I never
Russell.
watched it. You gay
And
man.
I'm okay with that. Anyway, moving on. So,
You big rainbow, Mister.
right. So what I'm going to say, let me give you my points, my nugget of wisdom. Um, so Felicity went to college. Her roommate was this black girl, and they met that year. So at the end of the first season, I can't remember what happened, but they had a falling out. So on the very first episode of the second season, they continued the fallout and they got on the subway and they fell out. And the black girl was like, Felicity, F you, basically. And she got off the
Hmm.
subway and Felicity sat down. And this old lady was watching their argument. So the old lady was like, Are you okay? And she was like, I think I just lost my best friend. And the old lady says, Well, how long did you two know each other? And she said, just my freshman year of college. I'm a sophomore now. And the lady said, Sweetie, y'all ain't best friends. And she said, What? And she said, You only known that girl a year. You don't know her. That is not. So why are you crying over somebody that you barely know? And
Hmm.
that has always stuck with me to say, because I feel like, especially in the gay community, like you will find people who will say, "Yeah, this is my best friend," and you ask like, "How long you known each other?" 6 months, and it's like that's not your best friend. And then 12 months into a relationship, they fall out and be like, "I can't believe my best friend did this to me," and blah, blah. And it's like you didn't know him.
But you don't feel that strong bonds can be built
You had
quickly,
screwed you
though.
over because you did not know him.
True, I get that. Is very
And I
true.
feel like best friend title comes with years under your belt. I know how you move. You know how I move. I know what you are capable of.
Yeah,
Not many things will surprise me in our friendship that you do. They may make me laugh, cry, but I'm not like, oh
exactly.
my God, I can't believe you did that because I know you. So a lot of times I just find in the gay culture, people are so quick to be like, yes, we have known each other for 3 years. We moved in together. This is my best friend. We're going to be best friends forever. And then the next time you talk to them, they be like, I hate that bitch. Fuck her. She could die.
But
And they
that's
be like,
because
but I thought
that's
that was
because
your
as
best
gay
friend.
people, we are
That's
constantly searching for family and friends. Like as gay people, we're
I'm
constantly looking
not.
for connections. I mean, you found yours. You don't have to, but there are others who haven't, and that's why people latch on to people and do that.
so I got a question. How long it takes
But
for
I just think it's a very dumb for me, and I don't attack me viewers, but I think it's a very dumb move to attach yourself to someone that you barely know. I feel like you can feel a
Well, I
comfort level with them, but to trust in someone that you have not known very long is very risky move. And that doesn't mean that
no, I
sometimes it
agree with
doesn't work
you.
out for the best.
No, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like completely. I very much agree with what you're saying. I'm just throwing out there that bonds can be built quickly. Now the whole thing it does come back to a matter of trust. Because you never really know somebody until you know somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I
So
have been fucked over by.
how long it takes to somebody to be a real best friend?
I so here's the thing. It does take time, but you can't really quantify it in a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on what you go through in that amount of time. If you go through a lot of good and bad, and that, like, say, if you like take Felicity for example, a year, you can develop a best friend in a year, depending on what you go through, what you experience, and what you tell each other in that year. You can build a bond strong enough to start a best friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, then there are some times where it just happens over time, spending time with a person. Like, you don't anticipate this person being a best friend to you or something in that realm. However, you may look up 2 or 3 years after knowing this person. It's like, damn, I don't know you. You know me better. I know you for a long time. You know me better than such and such and such. So then that kind of quantifies them as that type of friend. But just because they have been around, it's like more of a happenstance situation. So I really don't think you can quantify in time what or how long it takes. I think you quantify it by what you experience with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like the experiences that you go through with a person is what builds your friendship and builds your bonds. The conversations are what builds your bonds and what solidifies you, or the conversations put you in those tiers. Because even in the conversations that you have with people, you can define, excuse me, even with the conversations that you have with people, you can define where they're going to be by that. You can have conversations with certain people, and they're like, "Oh, you're the dumb one," and don't tell them that. That's just in your mind. You're thinking that, like, "Oh, you're probably gonna be that dumb friend." Like you, I'm not gonna come to you for smart answers. You might be funny, or provide good conversation, but you ain't too bright, you know. And it's just those
So
things
again,
come.
you compartmentalize, right?
Yeah, and
Because you said
I
you
never said
don't
come
do
on.
that. You did say
Well, no, I
you
never said that
don't
I.
do that with your. You do.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that
Yeah,
I tried
It
not to.
happens.
It does. It does. I mean, it does. It does happen, but like I said, that happens without you trying to compartmentalize. It just happens. You make up in your mind certain people are certain ways. Now, when I say
And
that,
that's what I'm saying.
that's
Like,
something that.
right.
But when I say that,
But
I
I
mean when
never,
I say that
so
I
I never
go
said
ahead. I'm
like
sorry.
that I compartmentalized on purpose. I never said that I compartmentalized my best friends on purpose. It was a natural progression for me to realize what this one's strength is and what this one's strength is, what this one's weakness is and what this one's weakness is. I feel like that's a natural progression of friendship to, like you just said, you know that this is the goofball that when you say stuff it's probably going to go over their head and you have to explain it, but you have now put
Mhm.
them in a compartment that says, I know I don't have to explain it to these two people, but I know this one gonna laugh and have no clue what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna have to whisper in their ear and be like, bitch, this is the joke. And then they say, oh, I get it. But it's a natural progression
I've
to
been that
place
friend, so I
your
understand.
friendships in. Right. And so it's a natural progression to place your friends in different places because you understand the strengths of this one and the weaknesses of that one, because everybody has a strength and everybody has a weakness. And so the longer that you're friends, the more you'll realize, like, this is the person that is my go-to for woo woo woo. This is my person that's the go-to for turn up. This is my person that I gossip with all the time.
So I get
Like
that, and I guess what
there's
I was saying. Oh, go ahead.
just naturally a flow that will happen. And then I mean, but then there, and that's not saying that that person can't step up to the plate and pick up one of those other
Now
traits when
that's
they
more
know
so what I
they don't
was
have a
saying.
choice.
Right. That's more so what I'm saying when I say that the friends going back should be able to check multiple boxes. Like if you can't be the woo 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 friend, that's fine. But like step in the box a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta hug me, but pat a nigga on the back a little bit. But that's also what I'm
Right.
saying. Like about not wanting to have those restrictions on people because you want to give all your friends the opportunities to show they can be more than just this one facet of friend. You know what I'm saying? Because your best friend has shown you they can be multiple facets of a friend to you. Hell, your best friend becomes damn near like family. You know what I mean? So yeah, I totally, see and agree with the compartmentalizing, but I also agree true friends need to fit multiple categories. Like
No,
there's one
I
person that
agree.
will
So I
yeah.
agree 100%. I agree that your best friends fit multiple categories, but you still know this is that best friend's strength. Will woo you and pat you and say, it's gonna be okay, child. Even though that's not their strength, they'll do it when you need it. If the other friend that is good at woo 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 is not there, they'll woo 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 you, but you can still be like, oh, this is so awkward. But I love you, best friend. But I appreciate that you are trying to woo 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 me when I know this is not your strength.
I think
But
there's
I
more
appreciate
sentiment.
that you are trying hard to give me that moment when I know this is not your struggle. You know what I
I think
mean? Because
sometimes you can find more
even like
sentiment in that.
between us, right? But I feel like even like with us, like sometimes if I feel like I need to say something to you, sometimes I'll pull you to the side and say, "Friend, blah blah blah," because I know you're a little emotional, and
I was gonna say, do you want to take this conversation to the realm of our
and so I'm
friendship to get
careful
more
with how
understanding?
I move in moments where I feel like I need to say
Okay, and I
something. Like
appreciate that
sometimes there are
because you
moments
know
where
I'm a
I pull you to
reactionary
the
person.
side and I just don't. Yeah,
Like, but I
exactly.
get it, and that's why
So
some
I don't
people
just
see.
pull you
But
in. Like I'm not just gonna point something out in a crowd of people.
so, what would you quantify me as in our friendship in the
This
realm of
lag
friends
is
that you
killing
have?
me.
It is, it really is. But we're making good with it. But it is doing a number. Um. So, where would you quantify me
So
in your realm of friendship? Where do I place? I want to know this.
so I feel like you and I are becoming really good friends, which
Mhm.
is shocking to me because I didn't see that. Like I told you in the previous episode, like you were loud and boisterous. And like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about this one. And so it is very surprising that once we sat down and actually started having conversations with each other, I was
Mhm.
like, I can vibe with him. I was like, I appreciate what he brings to the table in regards to a friendship. So I feel like you and I have become really good friends. Am I putting us on a best friend level yet? Just the way my best friend scale moves, I don't feel like we're there yet, but I feel like you become one of my really good friends. Like I lean on you for things. I feel like you lean on me for
Mhm.
things.
Mhm.
And it's a honestly a good surprising thing to me that how far we've come and where we are. And I'm
Mhm.
sure that a lot of people are like, Why are they friends?
And that's the very core reason why I put that in there is because when we said we were doing this podcast, we got eyebrows raised. It's like, these two? Really? But, and I think that's the one thing I want people to also see is like, there are so many other facets to me. And that's why this is a big thing. Like, you're one of the people that saw past the loudness, if you will. And so this is something I want other people to be able to see past the fact, yeah, I'm a loud person. That's because my voice is a gift. My voice is truly my gift. You know what I mean? And that's a very good point you made. In order to be a core friend of mine, you have to understand that his voice is his gift. It's not a hindrance. It's not something that I actually have to debate or argue about. When I am in the crowd, you don't need a megaphone. That's a wonderful thing about me. You know what I mean? I love the fact that I am that loud. I love the fact that, and it also comes from my singing background. Singing in choir since I was a kid. I was taught how to project my voice, so it's a strength to me. You know what I mean? And like I would agree with you. Like, no, I don't think we haven't hit best friend status yet, but we damn near getting there. Not kidding. We're good people. Like, we're good people, and I knew that. Like, I knew you and I would be good friends from the whole Dina moment that we had when I wore that bad wig. And you're like, just turn it around. It'll be okay. Like, that's what I kind of like. This person understands my journey. This person understands my journey, so I can fuck with this person. You know, like, for me, that's kind of how I felt like, okay, he gets me. We can be friends. You know what I mean? Like, yes. Like, anytime you can take something
you
that
cannot come in here like. I'm like, you could not come in here looking like a lesbian tennis player.
But see, anyone that can take the embarrassment and turn it into a joke,
you're giving, but it's what you're giving.
Yeah. And that's one thing I do love in a friend is someone that can, like, okay, this is going to be embarrassing. We're gonna make it funny though. Like, we're gonna laugh together at this. And that's one thing with that, because that was not one of my best nights. I was trying some shit out, and it wasn't working. And you turned it into something funny that I could laugh at to make it easier for me. And I do want to give a shout out to our sister Clintisha, loving little Keisha, was there also to help twist the wig and saying. So I want to give a shout out to my sis. I love her to death. That was the night that I was like, they get me.
Came in looking like Martina Navratilova.
Girl, with like, burgundy with a burgundy bob. Okay, so
and shifted.
So let me. Okay, I feel like now I should describe it now for people now. So I had a moment. I had purchased this long, beautiful, curly, burgundy black ombre wig that I love. That looked wonderful on me. I want to call it a midlife crisis, if you will. And I cut it into a bob, and not even a good bob, like a very bad. I just got a divorce bob.
Wait,
and it was not a bob. Remember, it was.
That was a mushroom.
And it is something. What was the difference? What's the difference?
Mushroom does like
it was.
This.
It was like. Yeah, it was tight and curl. Okay, so I guess more like a mushroom.
Like this.
No, a bob can curl under. This. A bob can curl under down here too, but it was up here. Okay. Girl, no. Shut up.
It was short up here. A bob is. You were giving Tootie from Facts of Life.
Okay, fine.
But white woman. White woman Tootie.
My wardrobe has seen some better days. Let's just say that. Still evolving, but yes, friends that can help me laugh at myself. Those are the kind of friends that
that's a whole other
that
topic we're gonna
we're not going there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
we're gonna
Always
do a
coming for my.
whole
No.
episode about your
You know what? That's fine. What we're gonna do the episode from a store. We're gonna pick a store at random. We're gonna put three stores into a hat or a jar. We're gonna pick them at random and do an episode from that store. And we're gonna pick out some outfits for me because my friends apparently, see, my friends apparently think I have no fashion sense. So that's gonna be something that we're gonna venture into.
so so what I so what I think we should do on that episode is walk into the store and say, you pick three outfits on your own, and then I will pick three outfits, and then we will show the audience what you picked out and what I picked out, and then we can
I like it.
see your fashion sense.
I like it. Hat, shoes, all that stuff. I like that.
And then
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
why often I have to, yes, they can see often why I have to take you back in the house and say, let's do this again.
No, not often. No, you don't. You just comment a lot of shit. Oh, you wanna go there, superhero? Because we can go there. We can have a conversation, superhero. Huh? This
I
lag is
didn't
crazy.
wear it though.
No, but the fact that you wanted to was funny. That was funny.
It
Anyway.
is. I didn't wear the outfit. I took it off and no one saw me but you.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's all I need to see it. You look at it at my camera.
Right. You will wear the outfit out. Like, look at me. Look at me.
Well, first of all, I would find a way to make it work. And I would lean into the theme. So if it's giving gay superhero, bitch, then I would just be a gay superhero. I would find a sheet and pin it around or something. You know what I'm saying? I'd work it out. I'm creative. I am creative.
That wasn't the theme of the party.
Well, apparently you didn't get the memo because that wasn't the pants had a different theme.
47 minutes.
Didn't we tell you to get cards for that?
I didn't get them yet.
And just so you know, you were frozen doing your middle finger, sir.
I wasn't frozen. I was just holding it like this. I wasn't frozen. I was just holding it.
No, the screen was frozen for a second, and then when you put it down, it cleared up. Fine. Okay. I believe you have one last question for us. Is that correct, sir? This lag is ridiculous, bro. I swear it is. Because you would think that we're not talking to him, and I was like, he's just going to just come out of nowhere and start talking. See? Oh, dear viewers, okay. I promise we will.
We are buffering a lot, so we're gonna close this out.
We're gonna get ready to go. Yeah. So, any last words?
Close this episode. I just feel like I think friendship takes time. That's my final word.
It does, but also you can't just book by its cover. You do want give people time to show you who they are. You know what I'm saying? And then go from there. That's what I say. But it was a wonderful episode. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And we will see you next time. I'm going to try to wait for him, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's going to probably be right behind me. Have a great time. And we'll see you later on What's the Point? But let's see what happens with him.
Keep it classy, San Diego.
All right, everybody. Goodbye.